Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Today we
Good
will
morning,
work
ma'am.
on, yes, good morning. Today we will work on exercise 9, that is using joins. We are going to implement joins in this exercise. So if you want to work with this exercise, you have to create all these four tables first. Then we can execute the queries. They have given solutions for these queries. What queries they have given? Already solution is given. Only we have to check the output, whether it is working correctly or not. So here first we will create all these four tables. First table is student table. So are you ready with this? You have to complete this. I am telling you how to complete that. I have already completed it yesterday only. So first create student table. Yes. Create this table first. Create table student. Then SID is the primary key first field. So that's why it is written integer primary key not null. Student name is there, varchar 230. Level 1, here we will write beginner, middle level, advanced level, like this we will write. That's why this is my assumption. We will write varchar 2. You can take number also. This is first level, second level, third level. So on the basis of your assumption, you will decide the data type of this. Then age is there for the student. So integer, subject, varchar 2 of 30. So these are the fields of student table. Execute this and create the table. Invalid statement, what is remaining here? Table created. Yes. First create this table, student table. Are you doing right? Yes. Or shall I continue with this? Students, speak something.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
First create this table. After creation of this table, tell me, I will show you the second table. We will insert the records also after creation of this table. When you will complete, tell me. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Now insert the records into this table. You can change the values. here I have inserted 6 records. 1 to 6 records I have inserted here. Name is Raj, level is beginner, age is 25, and last is, what is last point? Subject. Subject is English. Second student, Ramesh, medium level, age is 20, subject is maths. Same way I have inserted total 6 records. So here all 6 records are inserted now. First write first record, then copy paste, only change the number and name. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we have to create the next table, class. As per this question, class is the next table, but here if you check, FID is there, which is the primary key of this faculty. Faculty is also contain department ID, but that department table is not there, so we have to create this table first. Because of this FID is included in the class, we cannot create class first, we have to create FID plus first. Then we have to create the class, because class CNAME reference is here and student ID reference is also here. This is by mistake, but these two references are here. If references are there, then main table we have to create first. So here create this faculty table first. Create table faculty, fields, FID, integer, primary key not null, FNAME, varchar to 30 and department ID integer. Table created. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will insert the record into this table. So total 5 records I have inserted. FID, then faculty name and department number. So 1 arts 1, 2 commerce 2, 3 science 3, 4 IT 4, and this record I have inserted because this is in the query. So on the basis of query I have inserted this last record. 5 I take 5. Execute. Done. Yes, done everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Now check which is the next table here. Class, because here is the reference of class table. So before enroll table we have to create this table class. So here this table contains FID, that is the primary key in the faculty. So here it is foreign key. First is the C name, that is the primary key for this table, class table. So varchar 230 primary key not null is written here. Meet at varchar 230, room varchar 215, FID integer, and here is the constraint for foreign key. So I didn't understand about this, but I have written varchar 2. For what they have taken this field, they have not mentioned it. Class name, meet at a room, FID, 4 fields are there. Table created. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Now insert the values. I have inserted 4 records: FY BBA SY TY and FY BBA. Meet at, for this I have written department, and these are the class M1, M2, M3, M4, and last is the FID. So insert these records. Here class name is the primary key. So you cannot repeat this. Done. Done, student.
Yes, ma'am.
Now last table, that is enrolled. Here we have to take a reference from both table, SID, that is student table, and CNAME, class table. So two fields are there and both are foreign keys. So these are the two fields: SID integer, CNAME varchar 230. Now we will create the foreign key for these two fields. So write this constraint SID foreign key SID references, on which table we have taken that reference, the table name and field name. Same way for class table. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Now insert the records. Here we have to insert repeated records because in the last query we have to check the student who is enrolled in more than 5 subjects. We will check that query later on. Accordingly, we will insert the records as per the need. Now here I have inserted first student who is in FY BBAC. This is second student who is in SY. Third student in TY. This fourth student in all these classes. FY BBA, FY BBACA, SY BBAC. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will check the queries. These are the queries. First query is find the names of all classes that either meet in room number R123, 128 or have 5 or more students enrolled. This is the question. So we have different values for this. We will insert that values. We will check that value. For example, M1 to M4. We have 4 room numbers. So we will write that number over here instead of R1 to 8. So this is the question. We will check whether it is working or not. From this, you can check some fields are different. They have given here, this is a class table. So for the class table, what they have given, field name, accordingly you have to change. This is a C name, they have written only name. That will not work. So C dot C name from class, and this is the another name for this class. So that name we can use here, C dot C name. Where C dot room is equal to, here we can change the room, what value we are having, we will write that values here. For example, M1 or C dot name, C dot C name in. Select E dot C name. E means enrolled, enroll table, here is also C name. So we have to select this C name. Select E dot C name from enrolled. E is the another name for this table. group by E dot C name having count star count all is greater than equal to 5. So this is the query. So execute this. Here is the answer FYBBACA. For this query, we have got this answer. If you are not getting anything about this query, try to execute innermost query first. Try to execute this query first. Control X. Check the output of this query. No data found. Select ename from enrolled egroup by ename e.cname having count star is greater than 5. Here at least 5 records should be there for the particular class. Then it will show some records over here greater than equal to 5. So check enroll table. In this table we have to work for the CNAME. That CNAME count should be greater than equal to 5. So insert more record for any class that should be greater than equal to 5. For example, here we have F5BBACA 2 times. So we will insert more record for this enroll table. More records are inserted for the same student and class. Now check the query again. See FYBBACA. Only this is the class. This class is having means this class is entered more than 5 times in that particular enrolled table. So using this, you will get this FYBBACA result. This is innermost query. From this query, this is the innermost query, and we have checked that FYBBACA is the result of this query. Now what we have to do? Outer query. Now we have to execute outer query on the basis of this result. So here we will get FYBBACA that is going to pass here. Now this query is working. Select c.cname from class where c.room is equal to m1 or this is the result. So this is the one result FYBBCA we got from this query, and second result we will get by using this query, first one query. So now check complete query. Room number M1. Here. So same class is there for the M1 FYBBCA. So we can change the class, so it will give different result. Here instead of M1 we will write other class room number. Here we will get 2 records. Understood this query?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the output. Take a screenshot and paste it below this query. Always try to execute innermost query, so you will come to know what is the output. Now next query. Second question. Find the name of the oldest student. who is either a history subject or enrolled in course taught by iTeach. So this is the question. We have to find out the oldest student. We have taken age also for the student. So from that age, we have to find the oldest student. And that student is either history, that student has taken either history subject or enrolled in course taught by iTeach. So this is the query. They have given this query here. Check the field whether it is right or not. Student is where s dot subject is equal to history or s dot num. This field is not in our table. S dot sid. S dot sid. Num is not the field. Change accordingly. S dot sid in. Select E dot sid. Enrolled. From class C, enrolled E, faculty F. From 3 table we are collecting data. Where clause is written here, where E dot C name, not only name, E dot C name is equal to C dot C name and C dot FID is equal to F dot FID and F dot F name is equal to iTeach. So this is the query. Correct it accordingly as per your fields and execute it. So here we are not getting anything. No student is there as per this query. So we will check the query again and what is not there in our table records, we will insert that record and again we will execute this query. So first execute innermost query, this one. Check the brackets and this is the innermost query. Check whether it is working or not. No data found. Here is the problem. So check, select, yes, here. Check the iTeach or iTake is written. I have taken iTech and there is iTeach, so I will change that in this query. iTech. Then also it is not working. Check F name is there, right? C dot C name. Okay. And query is there. That's why it is giving problem. As per this record, this is the output. What is the query? Select E dot SID. We have to select the student IDs from class C, enrolled E and faculty F, where E dot C name is equal to C dot C name and C dot FID is equal to F dot FID. On the basis of this query, this is the result. One more query is there. We have to check F dot F name is equal to iTech. So here is that, and this is the 1 minute. FID is 5. Maybe this ID is not there in the other table. That's why it is not showing any record. So where is that second table where we are taking ID here in the class? Check. Yes. Here is no ID is mentioned. That's why it is not showing any record. So we will insert one more record into the class with that FID 5. So it will show something there. There is the FID 5. Execute. Row inserted. Now execute that query again. I take. Again, it is not showing any record and is there. Again, 5 is not there. We have to check one more. E dot cname is equal to C dot cname. Check the class names. SYBBAC. I have written SYBBAC over there. That is not available in the another class. The class is unique. In the enrolled, here we will insert that record SYBBA. Yes. Now it is showing number 4. Just now we have inserted this record and all the tables are going to contain this record. That's why it is showing the result of this query. E dot student number. We are getting the number of that student, that is 4, from class enrolled E and faculty F, where E dot C name is equal to C dot C name and is there. In between these queries, if you check and is there, that's why it is giving only one record. If or is there, it will give more record, or you can just remove this part, it will give more records. So here, because of that last, it is showing only single record because of that last query. And of name is equal to IT, only one record is there for this, and student is there, student whose number is 4, who is taking this subject. That's why only 4 is shown here. So on the basis of this query, 4 is the result that we are going to pass to outer query. What is our outer query? This one. Now we will write this here at the end. From this, we have received 4. That we will compare here with this. Select max s dot age from student s, where subject is equal to history. Either subject is equal to history or that student number we just got, that is 4. Or is there, so either this or that. If any query is true, it will give some result over there. It will give the age of that student, that 4 roll number student. Here we will get the age of student. Execute this. Age of that student is 20. You can check. This is the number 4 and what is the age? 20. Subject is different, but there is a or. Because of that or, we have received this result. 1 4 is there and history is there. So here result is 20. history. This also has to work. Invalid statement. As per this 23 should be the answer because history is there in our table. Subject. Yes. Now output is changed. We have received two output. One is from this table, that is 4. S.sid is 4. Or subject is equal to history. Using these two records, we will get the two. Using this query, we will get two results. One is if you check this SID, using this SID, we will get the result as a 20 because we are going to find out the age. Using this, we will get the result as a 20, and this subject who this is the there is this one student who has taken this subject. And what is the age of that student? Here it is 23, and 4 number student is age is 20. From these two age 20 and 23, which is max, that we are calculating here. So 23 is the max, and this is the output of this query. Understood? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So on the basis of query, you have to enter the values into table. So you will get the result. Now next, question 3. Find the names of students enrolled in the maximum number of classes. Here we have to find the name of the students. Before that, we have checked the number of count of students. Now here we will check the name of the student. So what is the name who has enrolled, name of the student who have enrolled in the maximum number of classes? Check the query. Check the fields also. Change the field name as per your fields. Here SID instead of name. Again, C name, student. For the student, what we have written? S name. So RIA is the output of this query. So how we got this output? You can check innermost query first. Check the innermost query. Here we are getting student ID is 4. Using this question, select E.SID from enrolled E, group by E.SID having count. Count of all is greater than equal to all. Select count star from enrolled E2 group by E2. Here we have to check the student who have enrolled more than maximum number of classes. So here this RIA roll number is 4, and check the enroll table. In this table, we have inserted this 4 more than 1. More than 1. All these remaining records are only one time we have inserted this 1, 2, 3. But RIA record is we have inserted more than one time. I think 5 or 6 times we have inserted this record. So that's why we are getting the result as a RIA, because 4 is the roll number or number of that student, and 4 means RIA is there, and that student name we are getting here. Using this innermost query, we are getting the student ID. Select SID. We are getting student ID here, and outer query, here we are passing that 4. So this is the outer query. That 4 we are passing here in the where clause. Select a distinct S or S dot S name, because 4 times 5 times that area name is there. Only single time we have to show that output. So distinct is written here. Select distinct S dot S name from student S, where SID is 4. That is this one. That result we will get from here. So 4 means area is there. That is the output. What is wrong? What is remaining? Ria is the output. Understood this query? Yes.
Yes.
Now the next query is find the names of student not enrolled in any class. That's why I have given there one more student who is not enrolled in any class. Now we will check first whether there is student or not. Otherwise, we will insert one more record to show that this particular student is not enrolled in any class. So that particular student record should not be in the enroll table. So you will get some output. So we will check first whether we are getting any output or not. So student name from student where SID not in select. So here we will get the student ID of which we have inserted into the enroll table, and we have to check not. If this is available in the table, we have to check opposite of this, which is not available in this table. That record we have to show here. Means student is not enrolled in any table. Not completed properly. What is remaining? Select distinct S dot S name from student S where S dot SID not in. So two students are there, which record we have not inserted into the enroll table. Rohit and Raman. Check the students here. Rohit and Raman, 5 and 6 roll number. These are the roll number of this table. That record we have not inserted into enroll table. Where is enroll table? Here. If you check 1, 2, 3, 4, only this record we have inserted. 5 and 6 record are not inserted. That's why we can show that a result of this query. These two students, Rohit and Raman, are not enrolled in any class. Understood this? Yes? Understood this query? Speak something.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Now last query is there, but because of this except, it is not going to show any result. I will explain you what is this query, but it will not show any result because of this except. It is not working in this SQL. Find the names of faculty members who teach in every room in which some class is taught. So this is the query. We will check f dot faculty. F name is there, I think. Yes. Select distinct f dot f name from faculty f where not exist. Select star from class except. This is not working here. Select c1 dot room from class c1 where c1 dot fid is equal to f dot fid. This except is not working here. Because of this error is going to show. We will remove this part, other things will work. No data found. For this query, there is no record in the table. We can check the record. Select star from class. So here you will get the result. Like this: FY, SY, TY, FYBBA, SYBBA. And here is the faculty ID. All the faculty IDs are inserted here. That's why it is not showing that record. So total 5 faculties are there. Check the query. We have to find the faculty which is not exist in this class. Means that number should not be here. So we will insert one more record into the faculty. And we will not insert that faculty ID into class. So it will show the result. So check the faculty insert query. Here. So we will insert number 6. Okay. One record is inserted. Now this faculty or I take will be the result. What F name we are getting. Check the query. Okay, no data found. Select distinct F name from faculty F where not exist. Select star from class. Control X. but 6 is not exist here. Then also it is not showing the record. Okay, okay. I take one I take is exist there, one I take is not exist. Still it is not working. This is the record. This should be the output of this query. If it is not working, it has to give invalid statement, but it is showing some result means. Are you getting something or no? Yes. This is the output of this query. Select distinct F name from faculty. Select star from class. Print screen. So we are comparing different things together. So as per this values, if you check here, we want result as a faculty name, and that is not here. We have number FID. We are comparing this with this. This is not available here. We have to compare faculty ID. So instead of this, we will write here FID. We will check whether it is working or not. No data found. Still it is not. Have you tried this? Yes. आया कुछ तो रिजल्ट आया. I take and information. We have inserted this. This is the new record, and again after we are not getting result. That's why again I have inserted this record. So these two faculties are not in the class. I take and information. So that except is not working. Exist also not working. I have changed this query. Exist. It is not working. Exists. In is working. So this is the result of this query. Actually query is different, but that query is not working. This except is not supported here. So we have checked only this part. We have checked only this part. So on the basis of this, we have received the result of two record information and I take. This is the output. So we were comparing here. This is the faculty. Here in this FID is available. But in the class, this F name is not available. Only FID is available. How we can compare this F name with the class using FID? That's why I have written here FID not in. This faculty FID, F dot FID not in. This is the class FID. In this class, we are not getting particular this FID. So show that record, which we are not getting in the class. So that is mentioned here. This is the result of this query. Understood? Yes. Yes, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here we have completed this exercise number 9, joins. So try this if you are not completed. And one more exercise is remaining, that is case study. They have given one case study. On the basis of that case study, you have to create the tables. On the basis of case study, you have to decide what are the fields of particular table and create that table. After that, they have given the questions. That questions we have to fire on the table. This is a homework for you. At least try this. If you are not able to complete, I am there. But at least try. At least try to find out the fields of particular table. For example, they have given here type of vehicle. What type of vehicle we have to take? Car, jeep, SUV, etc. Then vehicle, for the vehicle table, what are the fields that are mentioned here in the theory part? That you have to find out, and you have to decide these are the uh, fields for this particular table, and after that create the table. While creation of this table, check the queries also. Maybe there are some answers for the while creation of table, what type of data the particular field is going to contain. So check the queries also before creation of table. So on the basis of this, you are going to create the table as well as you will insert the values. For example, Mumbai. So somewhere we have to insert this record, SUV, Satara. We have to insert this record somewhere. So before creation, you at least read this question first and then go to the creation of table. So work with this exercise number 10. This is the homework for you. Total 10 exercises are there in this DBMS lab book. I have completed 9 one. Now you have to work with this 10. This is the homework for you. Clear? Yes, clear? Speak something.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will stop here only.